For my informative speech, I will be showing you how to take a tire off of your vehicle. And you can do this for multiple reasons. Whether you have a flat tire and you need to replace it and keep driving wherever you're going, you're replacing your tires in general because they have gotten bad and they're really worn down. Or the reason why I'm making this video is to rotate my tires because the tread is starting to get uneven, so my back tires are more worn down because this is a rear wheel drive truck, and so they're used more than my front tires, so that's why I'm gonna rotate them. So to start off, you can use either like a 4-way tool, which has 4 different size lug nut bits heads on them, or this came with my truck, and so it has the right size already, which is pretty convenient. And so we're just going to start off by loosening up the hubcap nuts. And how many hubcap nuts you have usually depends on how big your vehicle is and how big your tires are. So they can range from 4 bolts all the way up to around 8 is probably the biggest I've seen on just like a normal sized truck. So just unscrew those, and they're not really tight, and then this just pops off. You can grab the thing. So as you can see with the hubcap, they're just kind of covers that screw onto the other lug nuts. So now that we have the hubcap off, we will break the lug nuts loose. It's easier to break these loose when the truck is still on the ground. So then once you jack your truck up or your vehicle up, you're not trying to fight it when it's up in the air and rotating. So I've put my jack underneath behind the tire onto the frame, so it'll lift the truck up safely, and so the tire will be off the ground. So that's what I'll do now. And so once you can move the tire back and forth, you know it's off the ground. So then you'll finish taking off your lug nuts. Then I just throw them onto the hubcap just so I don't lose them. And usually to speed this up, you might be able to use like a drill with the same size bit. But in this case, I'm just using my hands and the tool I already had that was with the truck. And if you're just doing this to rotate your tires, you can either do one tire at a time, where you take one tire off and like put a block or something or a stand to hold the other side up. And like usually that's what I did with this. So I'll just pop this tire off, roll it over here, and so now that I already had my other tire off from the other side, I can just pop that on, And between these, you can also look in here at your rotors, your calipers, your brake pads, and whatnot. Make sure it's all looking good. You can throw that up there. And then you can put your lug nuts back on. You want to make sure that your tire stays tight when you're putting these on, so you don't have a wobble in your tire, and so you make sure that it's on securely. Then I'll kind of like hand tighten them with this. It's not looking. There we go. It wasn't lining up, so sometimes you gotta move it to the right spot. And then I usually get those just hand tight. And then after that, I'll go back in. I'll drop my jack down so my tire's back on the ground. And I'll come back and then tighten them more with this. And so, more or less, after you get all these tight, you want to do it in like a star pattern, so you just don't get one side of the tire tight. It's better to go opposite of each other and across. And then after that, you just put your hubcap back on and then screw each of these on. And that's how you either rotate, replace, or put new tires on.